Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Convetit panel. And today we're going to be talking about CPG in the era of e-commerce and frictionless markets. And with me, I have one of our excellent facilitators, Dawn Houghton. Dawn, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, thank you, Yash Paul. I have been in CPG working innovation for about 40 years. On this panel, we do have a great group of experts, and we do have among us, we have experts in marketing, experts in retail, all sorts of expertise who have something unique to say about e-commerce and frictionless markets. Our three top contributors show that diversity. Christine is a CPG marketing expert. She's kind of an omni-channel expert. Janelle Shaw is an e-commerce expert, and Henry is an investment finance expert who comes at it from yet a different angle.
So, what were some of the key takeaways of this conversation and this theme?
Well, one thing that became very clear is there is a need for the traditional marketing tools, but there's also an opportunity to leverage these new digital tools and partnering with e-tailers similar or in new ways to how CPG partners with conventional retailers. So both CPG and e-commerce can play roles in driving awareness and trial. Data analytics provide all sorts of new tools to do a better job of either improving consumer understanding, leading to new products, and of course, track metrics of new product performance. Physical stores and traditional marketing techniques will always be important, and we can't forget about those, but we have some new techniques that we can use as well. So the first key point, CPG companies need to market their brands well using digital tools. So brands' websites, for example, can do the job of introducing new products. So whether the consumer is coming to the brand website or see something through a traditional means, say in print or on TV, they should be able to search out that new product on the brand's website, and it would be great if the new products are highlighted, on the screen that you see first. And Irina talks about L'Oreal doing a good job of that, where as you go to their website and the first thing you see is a new product that they are introducing. So that makes sense because consumers can go there and get that information. So they want information, and the brand has an opportunity to tell their own story and to make a great first impression. The idea of something new, we need to kind of leverage the digital version of what the end aisle display is. So, consumers go around the corner and they see something new. We need to find that way through, say, bursts and things that highlight what is new. And in fact, the second key point kind of gets into that. E-tailers can help play an important role. So, consumers aren't going to always be going to the brand's website, but they are going to be going to the e-tailer website in order to make a purchase. Now, the e-tailer has data. They have the ability to target products to the right consumer because the brand knows who they want to sell to. And they also know what that person has purchased before, and they know how they might be able to recommend products to that person when they return to the site. Henry here is talking about Amazon being having an ability to do that and a great back end that helps drive consumers to the right product. And Janelle talks about, and I put this on the top of the page here, when you go to Amazon.com, at the very top of the page, you see it says new and interesting finds on Amazon, and there's an explore button. And when you click on that explore button, it takes you to a world of discovery. This is a way, I like the way Janelle talks about this. She says, going to Amazon is best for spear fishing. In other words, you can't really browse or go fishing, but if you know what you're trying to get, you can aim at it and you can hit it. Whereas this new and interesting finds allows you to be more relaxed and browse, if you will, in the same way that you might do in a physical store. The third point here is that physical experience is always going to be important, whether it be the store or actually a free sample, for example. And even an e-tailer can play in this way. When they're mailing you one product, they can give you a free sample of another product. The beauty companies, Sephora, Ulta, are really good at doing this, always getting you new products when they're selling you products that you already know that you want.
So
Okay.
Don, this is fantastic conversation. One of the things that, is interesting is, from the start of the CPG company's experience when they have these new types of products that they're wanting to compel consumers to engage in, obviously the data and information has to be shared along with the e-tailers as well as to the physical brick and mortar store. Were there any conversations that happened back and forth about how companies and CPG companies are doing that seamlessly and making sure that there's almost this collaborative marketing effort in order to get these products and getting their brand a little bit more visibility with end consumers?
There wasn't a lot of discussion in the panel about that. However, in my own experience, I can say that with traditional retailers, there's kind of a very set approach. The CPG company goes to Walmart or the food or the club or, the different companies and presents to them, why you want to carry our new product. Look, we're going to break advertising. We're going to spend all this money. Data shows consumer prefers this product. All of our testing say that the market's going to reach X million dollars. And from that, it convinces the physical retailers to take that product into the store, which means somebody else's product is going to lose shelf space. And that's kind of a game, if you will, that the CPG companies play. What's interesting in the e-tail world is it is almost the opposite. They are not constrained by shelf space. So e-tailers can take on all the new products, right? There's no reason that they wouldn't take on a new product. And then the other thing that is happening in e-tailers is they have more data about their own consumer and their purchase behavior than the CPG company does. Speaking of data, data plays a really key role in new product marketing. On the one hand, data of all sorts is used to come up with new products, and data is being gathered constantly by CPG companies and by retailers. Now, CPG companies use data to understand and to target the consumer, but retailers can use it to target directly, like e-tailers can target direct to the consumer of who would have the most interest in the product. And retailers can use that data to help sell the brands, but they can also use the data to sell their own private label. So there's kind of a bit of conflict when it comes to data. There's no doubt that analytics is going to be helpful to segment markets, to identify the target, and to use data AI tools to go after them. Dan talks about that here. But then Tyler brings up the flip side of that. While data analytics are going to happen, who's really going to benefit if they come from e-commerce? The CPG company has a relationship with the physical manufacturers and buys data through Nielsen, has always had trouble getting data from Walmart or getting data from the clubs. In e-commerce, it's even more pronounced because the purchaser of the product is very identifiable in e-commerce. And the fifth key point is the importance of digital marketing. E-commerce is a new way of retailing, and digital marketing is a new way of communicating. Social media will be very important to help create buzz. These things kind of go hand in hand with e-commerce, and we've seen new product discovery comes from word of mouth or recommendation of friends. So someone can put on Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram, or some other sort of communication on what products that they would recommend. People are using the recommendation features to give feedback and ratings of products. These are all going to be very important to create the buzz. And buzz is historically what can really launch a new product. New products need to launch very quickly because in CPG markets, the most important thing is the frequency of repeat, not necessarily frequency of trial. So the quicker the launch, the quicker the buzz or viral marketing type tools, the faster that repeat can happen and the faster that the market can grow.